I hope you guys are ready for an absolute cracker of a race today. We are starting in Brazil here at P4 with a good qualifying lap there. We had some good pace around here and it really came to show in this race. Hope you guys do go on to enjoy. We did have an absolute pretty rough week here around Brazil. Race 1, we started 18th place and we came through to finishing 6th. Unfortunately, that was going to be the race I was going to use to put up on YouTube, and their rendering just kept on crashing at the 5% mark. So had to bin that one there, and we've come in on a Saturday and tried to get a good race in here after 2 bad races on Tuesday night stream, both getting taken out on lap 1 out of no fault of my own, unfortunately, but that's the way racing goes. If you guys do go on to enjoy this video, please let me know down in the comments below what you think of the new style I've sort of adopted, and hit that subscribe button if you do feel so inclined. We're well on our way now to 500 subs, and it really means the world to me if you guys hit that button. Without further ado, guys, let's get to the start of this race. I need to get last minute racing. Starting P4. We are showing alright pace here. Obviously, this will be my 4th race around here this week. First race, 18th to 6th. Went to edit the video, kept crashing. Second race, taken out on turn 1. Third race, taken out on turn 4. So let's see if the 4th race will go any better than the second 2.
Okay, standing start. Get ready. Keep your nose clean. Let's go. Clear right. Left side. Clear all round.
The lead has gotten off to a brilliant start. Israel didn't get the greatest, so now we're going to be running in second place going into turn 4.
On your right side's clear.
And we've held the position nicely. Again, I want the inside for this corner. Got a little deep there, but it's fine. Gotta let these tyres warm up a fair bit. It does take quite a few laps for the tyres to really find their temperature in the Super Formula lights. Alright, let's see if we can maybe make some in-ground onto Justin. I don't really want to fight Israel too much here. If he wants to take the position, he can. I'll give him the inside.
Hold your line. Clear left, P3.
Let's just focus on working together with him to maybe catch up to the leader and get away from Edwin behind. I've got a feeling he will have some pace in him, Justin, so we'll work with him.
The next car is Alba, car number 1, A license, and their rating is 4.4.
Plus, there's no point pushing our tyres just yet. He's not sitting in the slipstream, which I find quite bizarre. Oh, this is why. Oh. And bang, net code. Sort of that was always going to happen, that little incident. So we've got the Arsenal red car here. He's coming straight down the inside. 3 wide at that point. 3 wide again. Never going to work. Let me know, guys, down in the comments what you thought of that incident. Who was in the wrong? Although he's showing fantastic pace. He's already pulled a bit of a gap. We should be alright to get a slipstream on him. And just help us pull away from Edwin behind. Slipstream is not helping at all here.
The leader's just done a 128.2. The guy ahead has just done a 128.1. 4.1.
Alright, let's stick with him. Use him to pull us along to Justin and pull us away from Edwin. A little wide through there, and that's cost me a little bit of time.
The gap to Albert ahead is now 1.0 P3.
We're hanging with him. We're just about keeping up with Justin, who is showing some fantastic pace to start this race in the lead. Just consistency at this stage of the race is what you want. Guys behind us side by side.
Fastest lap for Brown, 127.9. Good lap. That's your quickest today. The guy behind has just done a 128.0.
Leader is just putting in some fantastic lap times here.
Okay, Aidan, 15 minutes left.
There's a bit of a mistake there. I've been getting asked a fair bit recently why I don't race with my delta bar on. I don't really like using my delta bar for qualifying either. And that's because when you make a mistake and you see you're in the negative for the delta, you always tend just to try and make up that time through the corners and other places, and then you lead to more mistakes. Like, you know, when you're going fast, you don't need a delta bar to tell you when you're up by a tenth. You can feel it in the car. But I've definitely lost some ground to Israel this lap. He's put in an absolute cracker middle section. The leaders are just putting in some great lap times here, these top two. If Israel didn't lose a position off the start, he'd probably be up there with him. They're side by side again behind.
27.8.
I was about 4 tenths off my last lap that time round. Ooh, it's a bit deep. Get my first off track.
Stewards have warned about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Let's make that the only off track of the race. A little wide through there. Ooh, almost turns it into 2 in a lap.
Ahead is now 2.0.
Have they made contact behind me? I think they might have. It's now just about a 3-second gap. You guys would have seen that on the replay. I got a feeling he is closing that gap a little bit here. It's 2.6 now. So he is closing the gap.
Albert, 127.7.
I was at a 28.4, so I'm consistent. Let's get ourselves into the 27s here as well. I've yet to crack at this race. Oh, get out of it.
Pay attention to track limits, please, Aidan.
It's the first time I've gotten off track there all week. He is closing that gap. They're battling very hard behind. It's now a 4.5 second gap. It's beautiful for me. I'll take a boring race. As long as I can keep it in the straight line. Keep with these guys, might be able to...
Albert, 127.7.
Almost cracked into the 27s there. I was off by 200ths of a second. But I'll keep with these guys. Hopefully they can have a good battle and bring me back into the fight for the lead. That gap to Edwin's still at 4.5.
Albert in front is now 2.7 seconds. Well done, Aidan. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
We're already halfway through this race here. This has been a pretty good lap. I got a feeling it may be in the 27s. Don't know if it was quite that fast, but right now we're on leader's pace and Alba's a little bit quicker. Gap to the lead's 2.2 now.
Time was at 127.9. Sector 1 is 0.3. Off the pace. Sector 2 time is okay. You need to find a 10th in Sector 3.
Alright, we've put ourselves back into those 127s, but again, these guys 2 and 3 tenths quicker than me, so they've just got that little bit of pace on me at the moment. But I know myself, I can't go too much quicker than this. If I really start to push, that's where I'll start to make mistakes. I'm just going to try and hold this rhythm. Like if in pace-wise my best position's a P3 today, I will take that. Especially after the way my week around here has gone. Gap looks like it's closing between the two leaders. That was a bit slow through the penultimate corner for me. Had to hesitate getting on the gas. But it's a 1.9 second gap now. Come on, Alba. Make a battle of this. As I have a 5 second gap to Edwin behind. Pedro's come to lick my leg and say hello.
New fastest lap for Alba, 127.5. Alright, Aidan, halfway home. We've got plenty of fuel. Your lap time was 128.1.
Just very consistent. That's what I'm looking for today. Consistency. I've lost about 200 iRating this week too, so I'm trying to gain that. These boys at the front, they're just rapid. Oh, I've made a mistake there. That's going to cost me about 3 tenths, I want to say.
The gap to Alba ahead is increasing. It's now 3.9.
As Jim just said, this gap to Alba in front has now pushed out to 4 seconds. So they're probably on average about 3 or 4 tenths a lap faster than me.
Temperature's falling. It's now 41 Celsius.
But over the length of the race, it's about 4 seconds so far, so. We're chasing him. Oh, slid on entry there. It's still 2 seconds. Justin is holding this strong. A little wide through there, missed my apex, but this has been a good lap. Just felt very smooth. That gap's still 1.9 seconds.
The guy behind has just done a 1:27.9. 5 minutes to go. This is good. We'll be on the podium if we can keep it together.
So they're 2/10 a lap faster than me that time round.
The gap in front is now 4.0.
Guess my apex by a smidgen there. Got on the gas a little bit too early and almost got myself another off track around there. Yeah, this has been a poor-ish lap. This will probably be back in the 128s, I guess. Guys behind aren't lapping fantastic either. It's really only Edwin that is.
It's a new fastest lap for Albert, 1:27.5.
That is rapid from him. Oh, I still did a 1:27.8. And that lap didn't feel fantastic. So if I didn't make that bit of a mistake through the center S, 1.7 second gap. Can he get him? I like how we're just backing in Israel here. He's pushing. Look at that, he's 3/10 a lap full, 2.5 a lap faster that time round, so you know he really wants it. Oh, I've gone very wide there. Problem is, you mess up that first corner, it ruins all your rhythm for this whole section.
The gap to Albert ahead is now 5.1.
Ooh, very wide. 2.5 minutes to go. There's probably 2 laps left. This one and one more after. I feel like it's been a pretty incident-free race throughout the whole grid. We've still got everyone in the lobby, I think.
Hendricks behind is now 5.2. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was a very poor lap. That's my worst lap of the race. 28.5.
You've used half your fuel.
What's the gap? Still 1.7. And he's done another 4. Oh, that's poor. I found just letting the car roll through the apex of that final right-hander there really helps your rotation instead of getting on the gas. Oof, almost got the off track. Instead of getting on the gas a bit too early, if you let the car roll through, let the car rotate a little bit more by getting the weight and the pressure off the rear diff, really just helps that car turn, gets the car straighter so you can really plant the foot when you can.
Fastest lap for Albert, 127.4.
He's flying.
Okay, Aidan, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium.
Well, this race, it's probably seemed pretty subpar, but I've been absolutely very pleased with this race. It doesn't look like Israel is going to get that position on Justin. I reckon them two have got it pretty well locked in here. So unless one of them make a mistake, or I make a mistake, I'm going to be finishing on the podium. I just did not have that pace of them two. I didn't have a 127.4 in my pocket. As you would have seen, I had a 127.7, I think I set. And yeah, that was probably the best I was going to get. 127.733 was my best lap. But again, I'm very pleased with how this is going. We've kept it consistent. Picked our battle. We didn't really want to fight Israel.
It's now 38 Celsius.
You can see the pace. He was going to get me, so there was no point fighting it. And then getting myself caught up in that battle between Edwin and Matt, I think it was earlier in the race. Let them two fight it out, and I was able to pull away. And I've held this 4.5, 5 second gap to them race long. So as we come across the line here, beautiful result there. Excellent race there.
We're on the podium. Good drive.
So fantastic race there, I will take that. P3 after starting P4. Really only had our entertainment at the start of that race, but this is going to be fantastic for the safety rating and for the iRating. Good recovery from how this week had gone. 2 good races around Brazil in Super Formula Lights. Bang. Might get another one in on tomorrow afternoon, but we'll see. Just bring it back to the pits. And we'll go have a look at the incidents for that race. Alright, let's have a look at the incidents for that race there. But first we'll have a look at how lap 1, turn 1 went for us. We kept him narrow, so we were able just to scoop around the outside there. Gave him the space both on exit as well. And then we just wanted to hold the inside line right the way down to turn 4. You can see Justin is gone. Incident number 1, here we go. A little bit of netcode tap with the car number 18 and car number 2. They get locked together, and that looks like he's probably got a broken suspension there. Alright, ooh, what's happened to you? Have you gone around all on your own? Alright, so we've got the Ferrari here. He's going to get on that curb a little bit too much. And around he goes. Does not collect anyone else. And is he smart with his rejoin? As he has to wait for the entire field. Yeah, is smart. Doesn't do a flick spin. Number 2 car, is that him again getting involved in another incident? Doesn't look like it. A little bit of a tap here. No, it's car number 24. What's going to happen down into turn 4? He's not sitting in the slipstream, which I find quite bizarre. Oh, this is why. Oh, and bang, netcode. Sort of that was always going to happen, that little incident. So we've got the Arsenal red car here. He's coming straight down the inside. 3 wide at that point. 3 wide again. Never going to work. And then the poor Mercedes comes on flying on through and gets hit again. But he's fine, got no damage. Is this going to turn into anything? Nah. Alright, McLaren's going to unfortunately lose it all on his own there and gets off the racing line. Good shit. Now what's going to happen here? He loses the back end around there. Very easily done. Oh, this is 3 wide in front of him. Almost going to slow down. He's going to lock his rears trying to avoid it all. Further on in the same lap. He's going to just get on the grass. I almost did that this race, but he gets out of it nicely. Keeps it off the wall. His race will continue. These two back at it again. Don't put your nose there. Good lad. But he gets on the grass and puts himself into a spin, and the other lads just avoid him. So he's going to see it all happen here in the Jaguar. Oh, mate, just gets a nice little spin, and through he goes. Excellent. Right, heading down to turn 1. He's just going to send himself. So this bloody Arsenal car, he's just hopeless and just gets flipped. So that's twice, and your race is over, unfortunately. Number 12, you're missing your side pod. So we'll have a look at that again. Obviously from the Arsenal car's point of view this time. So how late are you on the brakes? So you're not alongside, not alongside, not alongside. Decide just to put your nose in instead of just putting your foot on the brakes and letting him turn in. He was obviously always going to do it. Got a feeling that's just inexperience in the top split from number 25. And an old school Ferrari here, going to send it. Oh, a late move under braking there. Is he going to get it slowed down? He will. Oh, mate, he'll probably get a cutback. Nah. Cool. Have a look at this late move under braking, though. So he takes the move. He just reacts to it. Yes, you do get one move, but you can't react. Not like that. But they both survived to learn another day. The Ferrari again alongside the Jaguar. Oh, that's going to be a 3-car crash there. Oh, no, the Ferrari got away with that. Didn't even see that bloke coming through, too. Let's have a look at that from his point of view. So he's coming up alongside, not alongside, gets on the brakes really late. He was never really going to slow that down to the apex. And unfortunately ruins the Jaguar's race in his own too. How did he avoid that? Ooh, just got very lucky. Good driving there. And that's all the incidents for the race. Excellent. Relatively clean race, really. Well, there you have it, guys. What an absolute belt of a race that was. Starting 4th, finishing 3rd with some absolute consistent laps we put in there. Really tried to keep the pace with the 2 leaders. Unfortunately, we just didn't have that outright pace to keep with them. But I'll take a P3 every day of the week. If you guys did go on to enjoy that race, let me know down in the comments below, especially what you thought of that incident involving the Jaguar, the Ferrari, and that white car there coming out of absolutely nowhere. Who do you think's at fault for that one there, guys? Hit that subscribe button. We're well on our way to 500 now, closing in. We're less than 40 away. So close now. And hit that like button if you did enjoy. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you out on track next week. Peace out.